Hello everyone, a lot of Pops here bringing you guys a new video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing you my top 15 favorite Funko Pops. So let's get started with number 15, and that's going to be Scar. Now Scar came out in 2014. He is Series 6 in the Disney's line, and he is truly one of my favorites. For that reason being, is because my brother and I really grew up with the movie The Lion King. I mean, who hasn't watched it? If you haven't, you should check it out. But I'm pretty sure a lot of you had, because Disney did release a live-action one later on down the road. But the animated is far better. He belongs on my top 15 because he was my very first Grail that I've ever purchased for my collection. And this is why I have to put him in there. It's number 15, but at least he's in there. So let's move on to number 14. And number 14 is going to be Leon Scott Kennedy from Resident Evil. Now, we were all young once, and we all wanted to play Resident Evil. The first one came out on the PlayStation 1, and it was just the biggest thing from Capcom. We all wanted to play it, but we were too young. Our parents didn't let us play it. Not only that, we were terrified. We didn't know what zombies were, or who they are, or what they can do. I got introduced to Resident Evil by a friend in high school when I played Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 still scared me because, face it, you walk through a door, you enter a cutscene, you see a guy revving his chainsaw. What's going to go through your head? I can tell you exactly what. Where's the nearest window to jump out of? Leon Scott Kennedy, I grew up with him. Favorite character in Resident Evil, in my opinion. But leave down in the comment section below who your favorite Resident Evil character is. I would love to hear from you. Now let's move on to number 13. And number 13 is going to be Ghostface. Now come on, I'm a huge horror buff. And Ghostface, by far, my favorite killer. Just iconic. A little crazy, but who isn't? We all have that crazy side. Of course, not as crazy as to kill people, but just crazy. Ghostface was made by Wes Craven. Rest in peace. Without Wes Craven, there would be no Ghostface. Ghostface came out in 2016. He's a 5-year-old pop, but he still holds a substantial amount of money. I had to save up for him. It wasn't one that I can just go to the stores because, like I said, I only been collecting since 2018, and he came out in 2016. So you can see how much I have to pay for it, knowing how much he is now. So let's move on to number 12. Number 12 is another iconic killer, Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger was played by Robert Englund. Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. Greatest iconic killer ever. I believe it was him and also Jason Voorhees that were introduced in the 80s, along with Michael Myers. I don't own a Michael Myers pop. I don't own a Jason Voorhees pop, sadly, because I am only looking for the glow-in-the-dark chases. Those are the two that I mainly want in my collection. So that's why you don't see them here. Now, Freddy Krueger. He's the one guy that when we watched, we did not want to go to sleep because we were afraid that he would appear in our dreams. I've seen all of the movies. I love Robert Englund. I love Freddy Krueger. Does he beat Ghostface? No, because Ghostface doesn't need some fancy magic to kill somebody. I do understand the background story of Freddy Krueger, which kind of explains why he haunts people's dreams. But he's not my favorite. I do enjoy him, but he's just not there yet. But he is in the number 11 spot. So now let's move on to number 10. Number 10 of my favorite Funko Pops is Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew is an SDCC official sticker. I've never owned an SDCC pop. This was my first one. I do have two other ones that I will be showcasing you guys. I have another one which is Metallic Whis, but he couldn't make it in this video today. Now, Looney Tunes, I grew up watching Looney Tunes. I was maybe 8 or 9 when I got introduced to the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show. How many of you remember that show? I know I sure do. And Pepe Le Pew was one of those really funny, iconic characters. He was a skunk trying to go after a cat that also had a white stripe. I mean, come on. He got confused. Give him a break. He belongs in my collection at number 10 because of just how iconic he is and how nostalgic that he brings to the table. He is an amazing pop. I love the design. So now let's move on to number 9 and number 8. Why do I say both number 9 and number 8? Is because these two are equals. I can't decide which one is better. But again, guys, in the comment section below, you can tell me, who do you prefer more? Red Eyes Golden Frieza or the metallic Beerus? Both of these are from SDCC Comic Cons. They are official stickers. So again, I had to save money. I am not one of those that will just go out instantly, spend the money, not realizing if it'll hold its value. I saved up my money, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys who are collectors, when you want a grail or a mega grail, you'd save up your money and purchase it when the time was right. I was able to purchase these two from friends of mine. These friends gave me fair prices on these figures, and I just couldn't say no. It is amazing. They're both fantastic. And I have to say, if it was me, I would rate Red Eyes Golden Frieza at number 9, Metallic Beerus at number 8. But give me your opinion. I would love to hear it. So let's move on to number 7. And number 7 on my favorites of top 15 is going to be Tony the Tiger, the Funko Shop exclusive. Now, Tony the Tiger came out in 2017. You're probably asking, oh, is he really that expensive? Yes, he is. He's limited to 3,000 pieces. I had to purchase this grail, again, from a friend of mine. He gave me a very reasonable offer, and I just couldn't pass up. I just needed to have him in my collection. And here he is, sitting in my collection, looking spiffy. So Tony the Tiger, great ad icon. Love the detail. He is just fantastic. If you have the chance, get it. Because he's only going to go up in value. So let's move on to number 6. Number 6 and number 5. It's a set. Curt Hammett. I cannot find these guys anywhere. Anywhere at all. I couldn't find them. If you guys live in Ontario, you definitely know about the Royal Ontario Museum. Royal Ontario Museum, back in 2019, held an exhibit featuring iconic monsters. Curt Hammett was a band. He was a guitarist in Metallica. Phenomenal guitar player. I love Metallica. And if you go to the Royal Ontario Museum and you pay an entry ticket, now I could be wrong because I didn't attend the event. Or I didn't go to the ROM at that time. So if you bought a ticket, then you were also able to purchase these pops. They are 1,008 pieces each. That's why they hold their value. If you have a chance, I highly recommend that you get these two. It is Curt Hammett as Frankenstein, Curt Hammett as the Swamp Thing. I might be wrong on that. Correct me though. But yeah, these two are great. Now, we're moving on to the next one. And the next pop that I absolutely love and adore. It's another set. So I didn't know, I couldn't decide. But it is the Sword Art Online, Asuna and Kirito. Asuna and Kirito, I love how these pops looked. I have played Sword Art Online. I did. I just didn't get thoroughly into it to know much about the characters. But I do know Asuna and I do know Kirito. These two are really, really nice. They both came out, I believe, yes, they both came out in 2015. One is a Hot Topic exclusive. Asuna was as well as a pre-release, but that's why you don't see the sticker here because Hot Topic at the time didn't have her with the pre-release sticker. Unlike now how they have the Hot Topic exclusive. Now, Asuna, I would say, is my favorite compared to Kirito. So yeah, if you had to think about it, I would actually put this one at Austin the First, Corrito right after. If you have a chance, get them now. I was able to get this from a friend, my good friend at Jerry's Toys. I know in my first video I have talked about him. Guys, I recommend you go and check him out. There is so much to choose from. Every time I go in there, I just have to come out with something because there's just so much to see. Prices are great. Jerry is an absolute phenomenal guy. Very friendly. And your experience there will be great. I don't know how many pops that I have bought from Jerry that my collection is what it is now. So again, check out Jerry's Toys if you are in Ontario. He works at Vaughan, Ontario, and the store is called Jerry's Toys. So now before we continue to my last three, I'm going to show you. Guys, please follow Jerry's Toys on Instagram. He has hit 1,002 followers. Congratulations, Jerry, on that. We're very happy for you. Keep doing you, man. And you definitely got a lifetime customer in me. So again, follow him on Instagram at Jerry's Toys. Give him a follow. Send him a message even. Or go and visit his store. You won't be let down. I promise you. Go and check him out, and I guarantee you, you'll find the right pop that will fit into your collection. Now, let's move on to the top three. Now, top three and number three is going to be the 1,000 piece metallic Toucan Sam. Now, as I said in my previous video, if it wasn't for my friends, I wouldn't have these pops. I wouldn't be making this video today if it wasn't for them. So, metallic Toucan Sam, 1,000 pieces. It's just one of those pops that I just had to have. The price was fair. It was reasonable. I can understand from my friend that he was trying to get rid of it because he was having some problems with money. He reached out to me and I agreed to get it. He wasn't selling it at first. I basically had to keep asking him and practically begging him that I would really want this pop in my collection. And he sold it to me for a really, really great deal. So that's why he is here as my top three. So let's move on to number two. Number two, again, as you guessed it, I bought it from Jerry's Toys. It is this original 2012 Goofy Series 4 of the Disney's line. And yes, again, I got it from my friend Jerry over at Jerry's Toys. This pop is incredible. I mean, just look at its detail, guys. Look at how it looks. It is great. The hat, the nose, it is spot on. For it being a 2012 pop, you cannot go wrong. The price was phenomenal, guys. Please, I recommend you go and check Jerry's Toys if you are in the Ontario area in Canada. You will not be let down. I can promise you that. Now, on to number one. And number one is going to be Trafalgar Law. I can't express my excitement and how happy I am that I was able to purchase this pop. I purchased it again from Jerry's Toys. It was just sitting there in his Grail showcase. It was one that I just couldn't pass up. I saw it the day before, and it was this week that I actually purchased them. Saw it the day before. The next day, I woke up and I just drove up to a store and I bought Trafalgar Law. Again, the price was fair. It was really good. Me and Jerry worked out a great deal on this pop. So that's why he's here now. The price was perfect. So again, Trafalgar D Law is number one out of my top 15s. Love the show One Piece. I grew up watching it. I was maybe 15 years old, I want to say. No, actually, correction, sorry. I was 12 when One Piece first came out. And I'm still watching One Piece now because I had to take a little break. But again, guys, Trafalgar Law, if you are an anime collector, you want to pick him up before he just goes up even more. He did come out in 2016, so like Ghostface, he's only going to go up from here. So now, guys, that was it for the top 15. Now, let's go on to Pop of the Week. And Pop of the Week is going to be Belle. Belle from Beauty and the Beast, Series 2 on the Disney's line. She came out in 2013, so she's a fairly old Pop. She is 8 years old. This Pop, I love the details on her. She is absolutely beautiful. I mean, for a Pop being 2013 and being 8 years old, it held up. The box is in really good shape. Like, I can open it up and I can show you the box is really, really nice. I mean, check this out. You can't go wrong with that box. For being 8 years old, the collector that once owned this Pop really did value this Pop. Valued his or her collection. So that's Belle. And anyway, guys, that's it for this channel. That's it for this video for today. I hope you did enjoy. And if you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe your favorite Pops. And this is A Lot of Pops signing out. Bye for now.